Stay in tune, my cores, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Howl's Harrows. And last time we ran into the Wolverine. Not a Wolverine, the Wolverine. The Wolverine that we ran into last time apparently is an homage to X-Men, as several people pointed out, and thank you, I did not know that, so that's quite helpful. It has claws and talons and super regenerative abilities through the Harrows, and I'm not quite sure where the explosions of the M-Pods came from, because last time I checked, Logan doesn't normally explode on the enemy, unless you consider a ferocious assault, in which case maybe it was just his version of flurry of blows, but it left quite a few of my mechs actually out of commission. The Nova has been completely scrapped, and the Phoenix Hawk had a pilot eject from it, which had my only recoil compensator cockpit, which is not good because I needed that cockpit in order to run the Shadehawk's cannon. So we're going to have to see what sort of rebuilds are going to happen. However, we have a single day before the end of the month, and we'd like to make a little bit of cash before that happens, because there's several other missions, and I'd like to get, well, a lot more work done. So without further ado, clean out the mercs. We're currently trying to engage in long-term operations in this system, which runs counter to coalition interests. They've hired a well-regarded mercenary outfit to engage the planetary government operatives on the planet's surface, and the mercenaries have sent a single well-armed lance. We'd like you to counter that lance by intercepting and destroying it. This will be 2.5 skulls, 1 of 4 priority salvage, because we took this one for 1.094 million Siebels. We don't like taking cash missions, but you know what? I'm going to need a lot of cash to fix that Nova. It's going to be expensive. Alright, so dropping down, apparently running professionals. They say 1 lance, but that was a lie. As you can see, there are in fact 2 lances, and you may have noticed we are not actually fielding 2 full lances of our own. I don't have the mix available. What I do have the mix available for, however, is an augmented lance, or I think it's a level 2 or a level 1. Which is a Comstar formation of 6 mechs. In any event, we have Death Crusade driving the Wolverine with its Ultra Autocannon 10 and SRM 6 just for the giggles, Finn in the Griffin with the Arrow for artillery and triple medium lasers and his AMS, the Gladiator being currently driven today by Paradox with his MML 10s and snub-nosed PPCs, Jester into the Warhammer with... oh yes, a lovely amount of firepower. Showboat driving her Hunchback. She actually managed to come out of that last battle relatively intact, and Mockingbird in the Bird Boy because she's a fairly decent pilot and I needed somebody to actually do it. So, without further ado, let us set out and see if we can't annihilate some people. Oh, hi. Wasn't expecting to run into you right away. I'm going to lay down a sensor lock on you, see if I can't improve my chances, because this has a UX 20... Can I not lay that down? That is unfortunate. This thing has a UAC 20, which if it fires at me could deal an astonishing amount of damage, so I'm going to shoot it, and we actually managed to nail it with one of the shots, so that's very good. If we can kill this thing before it actually does anything to my company, that would be ideal. Let's see if we can't get a sprint. A sprint will actually get us fairly close to the target. We're going to sort of reveal everything we can, but yeah, only in range for the tag. Blink. We got the tag. Okay, so we've managed to hit it once time with a cannon. Managed to tag it so far. It's moving at 14, so I may actually be able to flood enough people onto target in order to actually destroy it. So that'll be interesting. We've also identified off into the corner a Balak, a 25-ton VTOL. Nothing too serious to be worried about just about yet. Well, on the first round we can't hit the broadside of a barn, but yeah, if we can get a little bit lucky, that'd be great. Okay, we got a couple of good hits with the cannon, so that'll be great. The Silver Bullet Gauss Rifle managing to nail a couple of targets. Did not jam, which is wonderful. But we are definitely sort of running out of the ability to nail the enemy in short order. We do have, of course, our Arrow for artillery, which, yeah, we may be forced... If I were to just shoot it from here, we're looking at... That's actually really good. Like, I'm astonished at how good that accuracy is going to be. Can I get a sensor lock on you? No, no sensor locks of any kind will be had during the making of this battle. So in that case, I'm going to rush right on over here, take a 15% chance accuracy. Oh, it's a 30, even better. And let's see if we can't take a little, Oh, we got close. Don't think we managed to backscatter on any of our people. The Burn Boy is untouched. Large laser coming in from a Uzil, is that? Something with shoulders, that's for sure. Might be an archer? Not quite sure. It's going to have to come back to me before I finally make that determination. But some mech of some description I'm not really familiar with. So we got a Balak, we've got a UAC, and... oh, it's a Thanatos! Oh, I like Thanatoses. They're very interesting mechs. They're one of the lightest mechs you can fit a twin heavy Gauss rifle into on MechWarrior Online. I tried to build one so many times, but I always came down to the fact of, did I really want to use this instead of one of my Marauders? And the answer to that question was no. The Gladiator can move up into a position. Hopefully we'll have some reasonably accurate fire. Oh, that's actually reasonably accurate. You know what? I'm super tempted to... We're going to Warlord this. See if we can get a maximum damage. 42% chance to hit. Managed to nail him again, getting a whole bunch of scatter damage all over the place. But I think... oh no, we still have Showboat to move on 14. But we're running out of people. Otz will move it on in. Go to fire its large laser barrage towards the Warhammer. Luckily for us, most of the shots managed to miss. So I don't think we're actually going to be able to kill this Hetzer before, you know, all hell breaks loose. We've got both side torsos, or both side armor pierces very damaged, and a trebuchet, 8k. That's going to be unfortunate. Luckily for us, the Griffin is in range. It managed to shoot down most of the things, firing at the burner boys, so that's lovely. 9 of 15 managed to be shot down, which is good, grand. Unfortunately, he didn't shoot the Warhammer. The Warhammer has its own built-in clan laser AMS in order for the additional little bit of protection. But yeah, this thing's probably going to live, unfortunately. I've done quite a bit of damage to it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to deal enough damage to it. I kind of don't think the MRMs are going to be enough to burn on through. We don't have the accuracy required for that sort of show. Do I have a side shot? I do not. Okay, so in that case, we're just going to get the best shot we possibly can, and it ain't all that great, but hey, maybe we'll get super lucky and the whole thing will explode. We got really lucky, but the whole thing did not explode. So it's going to turn around, it's going to fire a UAC-20 at my face, and that's going to hurt a lot. A UAC-20 gets to fire 2 AC-20 shells. That's 200 potential damage. Now that is split up between 2 locations, but that's still gonna suck. Oh, thank God he missed the Griffin. Alright, so he managed to miss. He is a Hetzer, so he'll be fairly quick, especially on roads, because he is a wheeled vehicle, but it looks like he may not have moved. In fact, there's another vehicle moving off in the distance. Comes back to us with Finn in the Griffin, and honestly, I kind of want to just blast him. So then I started blasting, and we nailed him, and there it goes. Okay, so the Hetzer is out of the equation. No longer need to worry, however. The Griffin is a little bit toasty. I'm going to have to take a look to see why it is so gosh darn toasty. Another Hetzer UAC. Well, this one is not particularly as well defended, so we may actually be able to kill it before all hell breaks loose. Unfortunately, I appear to be stuck. Are you for real? He is, in fact, for real. So in that case, Paradox is going to preserve, which is not terrible, because I kind of would prefer to have my Burner Boy go after the UAC-20 mounted Hetzer, because that would allow me to get things mostly under control. If I can use it with that, I'm just sort of waiting for it to come back to it. If I can use it with that, then I'll be sort of the most efficient way. Master Tactician taking advantage, actually, of me not using him in that round. How soon until Jester gets to move? Not Jester. I need Finn? No, Death Crusade? No, Mockingbird? Mockingbird's in the Burner Boy, right, okay. Mockingbird doesn't get to move till 16. I don't know when that thing's moving, so we're going to have to get a little bit of a move on onto it to make sure that it dies, because otherwise, you know, UAC-10s, they're not, or UAC-20s are not particularly favorable to me. I could move up over here. Oh, that's an interesting angle right there. I can only shoot at everybody if I'm willing to be shot at by everybody with no damage reduction. It's kind of not something I'm super eager to try out, but I may end up going in that direction regardless. Because this would give me cover, but I don't get to shoot anybody. Okay, how about if I went for a... No, that was a sprint, actually. Interesting problem. Okay, I will actually go for that shot, because I will see if I can't get the maximum amount of damage into a target. So we are putting the Wolverine out there. I am going to lay down the sensor lock onto the Hetzer over there, just to make sure that we get an extra special great shot on it to annihilate it. It doesn't have as much armor as you'd think, but still makes me a little bit worried. I can't be shooting this cannon too much because I don't have that much ammunition. I'm going to save the next round of shooting. I'm not going to use it. Also, backing up, going to blast with the largest. Managed to miss most of the shots, so that's making me feel a lot better about that decision. On 17, we're almost to 16, which will be where the Burner Boy gets to do, as does, you know, Showboat, which Showboat will be able to move up and provide protection. We've got another helicopter. It's a Warrior. Not all that worried. Warriors are not that crazy. Trebuchet moving off to the side, however, does have a lot of missions, and unfortunately, my timing was not all that great because the Griffin is on the wrong side of the map at the moment. Luckily for us, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, so that helped out rather significantly. So once it comes back down to 17, I will be able to throw the Burner Boy into the fight, and maybe we'll actually be able to get in range of actually torch him. It might be a little bit dicey. That's quite the distance travel, and we have no ability to actually improve that. Oh, we got more missiles coming from the Warrior. Also, the Warrior unable to hit the broadside of a barn, so our sensor capabilities operating excellently. However, taking this Thanatos is going to be interesting. I'd like to take it intact, but I didn't take this one for salvage, so you know what? There's no point. I'm getting one of 4 priority salvage, so there's no point. We may as well just absolutely annihilate it. Speaking of absolute annihilation, surprise! I'm here for you, my friend. So, all the flamers. And there it goes. Okay, we've removed the AC-20s from the field. I'm feeling a lot safer. There is still, of course, a Thanatos and whatever you are, which is another warrior. Okay, pair of warriors. Pair of warriors and a Balak. Yeah, that's not too bad. The Trebuchet, also not too bad. Oh, the Trebuchet could be bad. You, on the other hand, I'm not super familiar with Thanatoses. I like the design, but I'm not familiar with the weapon systems. Although I was under the impression that they had like a giant MRM 40 or something in one of their arms. That may not be correct, but we'll find out about things in a little bit. Let's start moving on forward. Warhammer needs to retake a new position. We're going to set the system from cluster to normal, just so we don't waste too much. Got a shot on the trebuchet, but it's not really great. Well, actually, no, 60% is pretty good. And if I wanted to duel with you, we'd be dueling at battleship range. I think... Ooh, what? 34 to 54 to 60 on the trebuchet. I'm going to go after that Otzel, I think, just because it's a lot more dangerous. We're going to warlord it up just to increase our accuracy a little bit more. Get that gas rifle. It's set to normal mode. Blast away. Oh, unfortunately missed with the two biggest weapons on the mech, which is really painful when suddenly you watch most of your firepower not actually impact on anything important. But maybe we'll be able to overcome in the short term. I do have a shot on the Thanatos if I want it, but I kind of don't care. I will shift on over here, see if we can get a decent shot on the Balak. 2.6%, not worth it. Got a lot of ammo, but I'm not going to waste it. Got 3 tons of Apollo ammunition on this thing, so that's... Phew, not sure. I have at least 12 rounds of shooting, though. We brought the ammo to make sure the things would work out. Alright, the Gladiator now gets to move. Unfortunately, the Gladiator is not really going to be able to move into a great position. I think I want it to sort of be my anchor over here, but there is a lot of mechs shifting over the right. You know what? I think I can rely on the heavy MRMs in order to anchor me down. Do I fire? We're going to fire at the block. We're not going to suffer any penalties. 2 misses, but who cares? We didn't generate a heat, and the recoil is completely managed by the pilot skill alone. So we're taking care of that. Finn! Right, so the Griffin needs to actually sort of take care of its heat, so we will not be too aggressive about it. I'm going to move slightly into cover, make sure that we're, well, not full cover, actual cover, but we are going to provide a little bit of fire support. Not going to shoot at that just because I'm a little bit worried about it missing, but I do want to shoot at... Oh, that's beautiful. Fire the block. 22%, which means if it hits, it'll do great. If it misses, it'll do great. So, arrow for artillery is really kind of the best of anything you ever wanted it to be. Do I have shoot and scoot? I do, but do I want to move Mockingbird first? I think I might. Now, I can't shoot the helicopter, of course, with the Burner Boy because the flamers don't aim up. But what I can do is slip in behind you. Can I get the shot behind you? Not quite, which is somewhat unfortunate, but we will be in a nice position to sort of mess with everybody. Surprise, my little friend here. Oh, that's going to be so much fire. Let it burn. A surprising number of misses considering the high accuracy we had on them. However, that is going to start flaming him out quite nicely. Hopefully that'll allow us to start taking a little bit more control over what's actually going on. I don't really want to be too exposed. What I could end up doing is coming down with him. That's an obstructed shot. It's 47, but I am going to take it. Small movement on this one gives us the 47%. 6 more rounds? Well, 5 more rounds now. So we do have a penetration on his right side, which is good. Hopefully the Warhammer will be able to take advantage of. Unfortunately, it's only an arm. So he's continuing to move the Otzel up. Blasting away, managing to get a couple of hits, but only one of the large lasers, it looks like, managed to actually get anything significant. So the Wolverine should be fine for now, but the Otzel is a little bit tougher than us, I think. Is the Otzel tougher than us? I thought it was a heavy mech. However, the Warhammer is heavier than it, so once the Warhammer gets involved, things are going to explode. Trebuchet going to back up, give a little bit of long-range fire support onto the Wolverine, and manage to get 2 hits, so that's not too terrible. But there is one, well, the 2 warriors also appear to be equipped for long-range missile combat. Speaking of long-range missile combat, let us bring in the Gladiator for short-range missile combat, and it should actually give me a fairly decent shot, hopefully. I'm getting in close. The accuracy is not the best in the world, but it also ain't exactly terrible. Could shoot at you, and you have, like, no armor. I was really kind of hoping that you would just explode, but unfortunately one of my PPCs ended up missing. And that's rather painful, because the PPC missing means that you didn't just detonate. More laser fire coming in towards him. Starting to get a little bit accurate, has me somewhat concerned. I think I'll have to shift the Wolverine away over from the Otzel. The Otzel's a little bit too dangerous for my current taste. But as we move, that'll bring another decent mech over into the fight. Thanatos is shifting around. Staying pretty toasty, so I should be able to overheat him in this next coming round. So that'll start working on him. If we get really lucky, we actually might be able to shut him down with overheat, because then after you shut down the mech, you burn him again, and that causes most pilots to eject. So that might be nice. I mean, we're not going to get anything cool out of it, but still, it's fun to have. Burner Boy taking a little bit of long-range fire, but nothing too serious so far. Going to have to be a little bit careful about that, because incoming fire is always dangerous. It also has the right of way, as it were. We're not going to be moving all that much when we make that turn, which is really good. A sec, Warhammer. Right, I could come in here, or I could come in here, and oh, the accuracy on that is beautiful. I think I may be forced to do it. We're going to walk on into the position. Hi, you're nice, but you know what? You're better. Oh, missed with the Gauss rifle. Took out his right arm, though, so that takes out his triple medium laser array. That means he's only got missiles for the most part, and I should be able to wipe those out in fairly short order. This mech is poorly armed, so maybe artillery over in this direction might be the right idea if I just lob an arrow for shell, but maybe not. Alright, Showboat, time for you to move in and be the whole anchor deal. Oh, you don't have a target. That's unfortunate. Let's see where I can get to. I want to actually get you sort of in the middle. That way you're in a position to reinforce anybody. You're also in a position to surge on forward should we need to. What is this mech again? I totally forget. It was Trebuchet, an Otzel, oh, that's the Thanatos. The angle was getting it a little bit weird. I thought the Thanatos was further back for some reason. Helicopters seem to be flaring out, not exactly being super useful, I don't imagine, at the moment. But eventually we will hunt them all down if required. Is this back to top? This is back to top. Lovely. Looks like Showboat's going to be... maybe not. Also shifting over to the side. Really just cooking every single round. Does not seem to care. Kind of wish that I had the Burner Boy over here just to shut this darn thing up. Because at this point, buddy, you're starting to get really close. Alright, Paradox, the Gladiator can keep on walking forward to keep that aggression moving. I would like to remove you from the equation entirely, and your center torso is open, so please die. And come on, come on, come on. Not quite. He did have a double heatsink kit, which is kind of unfortunate, and his panic level is critical, which, in my opinion, is probably a really good instinct of yours to have. So much so that I'm going to bounce over into position to go after you. That'll block the Warhammer, that'll mean I'm not in cover, but do I really care about who's shooting back at me? It'll be the Otzel shooting at me again, which, you know, kind of sucks a little bit, but if I move over here, I might have... Yeah, that's going to be a good shot. Good night. Alrighty, there he goes. Left torso, left arm, and right torso. So he's basically a stick. Taken care of. Now we can move the Warhammer up to sort of be beefy and aggressive. Hello, little Otzel. Little. Well, he's about my tonnage anyway. But let's just fire the cannons in normal mode. There we go. Now we're starting to get some penetration on this one. So he is slowly retreating through this force, and that is probably not the greatest idea for him, because now he's staring down the barrel of a 70-ton Warhammer, and that's a rather terrifying prospect when you stop to think about it. Give me Mockingbird. I want to keep lighting this guy on all the fire that I've got, because we're starting to really limit everything that he can do. Can you actually shoot him from here? You cannot. You are going to have to make that move, which is a bit unfortunate. So I'm going to shift like so. We're going to whip on around. Surprise, my buddy. And meet the fire. Oh, that was perfect accuracy right there. Plus 80 heat, that's going to send him right into the surge zone. So now he is being aggressively pursued instead of just normally pursued. Hi, I might actually have a fairly decent shot on you if I can get the right angle. I don't want to reveal myself too much. So we'll shift on up here. We'll use our high ground advantage. Oh, baby. I'm about to shotgun you. So all the MRMs down into the target. Upper leg destroyed, upper arm destroyed, a head hit with the pilot injury, which is always lovely. So he's lost his evasion as well, should we want to just keep the pressure going. The Griffin could lob a shell in there, but that would be moderately suicidal. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I will, however, start walking on forward once again. We'll be prepared to engage. I'd like to engage you because I can see you and I have a 33% chance of making this hit. I am going to come down with the warrior and we're going to sensor lock this just to see if we can't increase our accuracy a little bit. So I do absolutely have a sensor lock on you, buddy, and it's going to stay at a 33%. But you know what? If this hits you, you're probably dead. Oh, it landed on top. Good shot. Very good shot. So he managed to indirect fire bombard a warrior, which is always a beautiful thing to pull off. So that was lovely. Looks like the Thanatos is actually projecting an ECM field. That is a little bit concerning. Not too much. We have the flamers to deal with it. Oh, that was good damage on the Wolverine from his lasers. So that is a tad unfortunate. But the fact that he's just continued to blaze away at maximum power really does work out in our favor. He is still above heat critical. So we should be able to take control of that in fairly short order. It's kind of a shame we don't have the Shadowhawk. If we had the Shadowhawk, what we could end up doing is just get right on top of this guy and just burn him down with all the Infernos. We can almost shut down an entire mech in one salvo of shooting with that Shadowhawk because of all the Infernos that we shoot out, but this should be working out okay. As long as we just keep the fire up, we might be able to put it... Oh, it's an MRM-20 improved, ER large lasers, 2 ER mediums, and a medium pulse on a 75-ton mech. This is a little light for me, but then again, that seems mostly standard equipment, I'd imagine. Let's have the Griffin. You know what? Let's be aggressive. Let's make him explode. So we're going to shift on forward with the Griffin. Just continue to walk forward, and hey, maybe we'll get lucky. Not as lucky, but we are getting more penetrating hits, and we should probably just continue to use the arrow as sort of a anti-aircraft gun, because it's working out quite nicely, actually. Alright, so I'm going to lay a sensor lockdown on you, which is lovely. So now you're marked for death. And can I get into a position... I could get into a position where I have to shoot through my allies in order to do that, which is a little bit terrifying to think about, but I'm just going to move right up over here, and we'll keep the fire going. And lower arm destroyed, but apparently we didn't get all that much damage going on with the ultra autocannon, which is really kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping for just brutish damage. Alright, so we're going to walk basically right up on into him. I'm not going for the back shot for several reasons, but one of which is because I don't feel comfortable placing my back so close to that Thanatos. And that'll burn right through the entirety of the mech. Goodbye, Otzel. Which now opens up Mockingbird to continue her toasty job. Still has shoot and scoot, so let it on fire. Oh, that'll be another plus. And he bailed. Good job. I was not expecting that, but I will take it. Okay, so the Thanatos pilot has bailed out. That's a nice 75-ton mech right there. If I had taken this one for full salvage, there would be a chance that I could actually get that mech, which would be really cool. It'd expand my stable of super heavy mech. Well, not super heavy, but heavy mechs, which I would have been super in favor of. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Wait, who's left? Was it a pair of warriors hiding off like... Yeah, it's a pair of warriors. Oh, it's the Balak and a warrior. Right. I know what we're fighting. We're fighting a pair of cowards that we gotta run down and shell the crap out of. Get back over here, or at least surrender. One of the two. Bloody Oregons. Alright, they get to move. Hopefully they'll move back here. Otherwise I'm gonna be caught just constantly trying to run them down. I think that Balak might not have any damage on it. This warrior is almost dead. If I continue to just randomly shell, Did it die? Did it just randomly die? It did not. It's still there, so I just can't see it. Great. Oh no, it moved like super far. Jesus. How am I supposed to get this job done right if you're just gonna keep on running?
Acknowledge.
Okay, I don't have a sensor lock, but you know what? I don't need one. Getting close. Getting close. It missed, but that doesn't really matter because eventually I'm gonna run you down. I just need to get close enough in order to actually do that. This is the unfortunate side of VTOLs. You have to hunt them down bit by bit in order to remove them from the equation. Eventually I will be able to see you, and then you will die. I'm not gonna let you get away from this one. Especially not after all the work you made me do. Yeah, we're doing a good job. Pair of ballistics, and I don't know what you've got, but I'm going to tag you. Well, we missed by 29%, so I guess I'm not going to tag you, but the Balak's almost out of armor as well. So I just need to continue to shell them with all of the missiles. By the way, in case you were wondering, and I don't think any of you were, there actually is an Arrow 4-round design specifically for air-to-air work, and you can actually mount it onto air-to-air fighters as well. It's kind of the only... it's the only air-to-air missile. Like, it's an Arrow 4 air-to-air missile, and that's about it. I think there might be one other, but apparently it just does not occur to the initiator to use, like, big missiles, or really anybody, for their air-to-air work, sort of like we would in modern day, until the 3080s, I think? You have to say, of course, that there is a whole bunch of mechs that end up, or a whole bunch of aerospace fighters, they use, like, LRMs and SRMs and that sort of thing, but it just doesn't feel as impactful. At least not to a person who likes to play flight sims, who's kind of used to, if a single missile hits, the target's probably dead, instead of, I have fired a swarm of 20 missiles, of which 18 have hit you, and you're still flying absolutely free. Yeah, it is quite a bit of work. Finn?
Commander?
Yeah, you are good on the sensor lock, too? Oh, so you're just going to make sure that he absolutely positively dies? I'm so glad to hear it. Sensor locked up a lock. Hey, that rhymes. And then give him the gift. Another decent amount of damage. He has streak MML5s. Stealth destroyed apparently, so hopefully that'll make us a little bit easier to actually hunt him down. Unfortunately, none of my other mechs actually see the target, so that is still something we are attempting to chase, and I doubt the Gladiator is going to be able to see anything. It's not exactly the most nimble, fast, or aggressive mech that I've got, but I can back that up with other things. Jester currently leading the lance as sort of a side... Oh, I have a shot. I do indeed have a shot. Okay, do me the biggest of favors. Silver Bullet Gas to cluster mode. Go full Warlord on this, because this is probably the best shot I'm going to get for a while. Well, that's one. So now we just have the single target left to go. It's almost dead. Need to double check to make sure that it didn't hurt the burner boy too badly, because that was a scatter blast, which it was actually in the way of, which is always something you want to be somewhat careful of. Because friendly fire is totally a thing now, it can be rather scary. Oh good, didn't take a hit. Stop running, you bloody coward. He's got no armor. He literally has no armor. I just need to get close enough. Run. I can't see him. Right, showboat. Also, I'm just going to have to hunt you down. If I didn't have artillery on this would be the most infuriating thing ever. Because we've got him dead. Alright, phase 23. Death Crusade in the Wolverine. Not going to be able to see a target, but what Death Crusade will be able to do, and this will be the important bit, is we can lay down a sensor lock onto... Oh, you little jerk! He's just outside of range. Finn!
Waiting for orders.
Alright, your Griffin is going to sprint on forward now. You do have a target. You don't need to be all that close. Just... I don't think I can trust it. Just make sure you kind of aim towards the center of it, the front of it. Like, you know what we're saying. So that's our target. That's in front of it. Bomb it.
Confirmed.
Okay, lots more damage to it, but it's not dead.
On that hit.
Probably gonna take an entire another round of chasing after the darn thing. Gladiator, run! You're not a sprinter, but well, eventually, come back to me. Come on, come back to me. Stop running like a coward. Here it comes. Lovely. Now I can shoot at it. Decided to stop right on top of the bird boy, which is, I suppose, good because I can. I actually can't see you apparently. So there's that. Gonna go over here, take a peek, tag it. Didn't get an actual massive damage quotient, which would have been really nice. And I can see it from there. Can I get on a... Nope. It's going to be an obstructed shot. Doesn't matter. All right, take aim. 7.7%. Did I actually break the gun? The gun is not broken. Okay, fire.
Locking on target.
Got a couple more hits. Okay, I thought for a second that I hit the bird boy, but no, the bird boy is way over here. So that's actually okay. Showboat's Hunchback maybe gets target? No. Showboat's Hunchback just has a little bit too much trouble getting through this forest, which kind of means I need more jump jets. But I tend not to use them, which is probably a problem, and I know that people have commented on it. Oh, boy. I don't want to lay that shell right. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to reserve Finn. He's going to reserve to 16, which may or may not end up working, but we are going to try and shoot everybody else. So make sure we get the sensor locks down on the targets. A sensor lock. Because I'm going to kill you. Like, I am going to get you. I'm going to break every single component on this helicopter before I actually kill it. Clearly that is what is happening here. Come up here with the snub-nosed PPCs, make it a full warlord for the maximum accuracy. There's nothing left on board. There we go. All it took was a PPC to the face, but it worked. Alright, so we did manage to take out the enemy. Apparently the area is safe, and apparently that was my drop zone way over there. So that would have been quite the trip. We wouldn't want to have to make that. But yeah, the entire enemy force has been defeated. We're going to make quite a bit of cash. I'm really regretful that I took this one for cash, because I did actually have enough to survive the end of the month. I just wanted a buffer for once, so I could also buy things at the shop. But yeah, minimal damage. I mean, the Wolverine's going to be in for a couple of days. The Warhammer a few more. But other than that, most of these mechs actually survived with, well, not a nary a drop of damage on them. Yeah, there's 5 parts to Thanatos that I can't get. Is there anything worth taking in this entire group? Well, now, that actually is worth taking. Let's see. Unless you've got like a really cool engine, you've got an XL engine, which is suicidal, and I already got one, so I ain't using it. You do have a double heatsink kit, of which I have one. I now have 2. Unless you've got anything else. MRM improved ammunition would be really, really good. I have 3 tons, which is why I have that. Oh, but double AC-20 ammunition. Taking the heatsink. We got a C3 slave on top of that and some jump jets, just kind of worthless stuff. Yeah, the Thanatos would have been lovely to steal, like just having an entire Thanatos. At one moment, suddenly your firepower, 75 more tons. Unfortunately, we took it for cash. If we hadn't taken it for cash, we would have had, I believe, 3 of 13 priority salvage. We would still be definitely rolling the dice to see if we could manage to pick up the other 2. But hey, you never know. That's how we got the Mauler in the last stream. In case you're wondering what that means, go watch Apollo's Vipers, because we managed to find ourselves a Debuku. In fact, today is the episode for the next stream. The Debuku's not going to be ready, but eventually it will be. So it's got like a month, and that's not even to build the whole thing. We're still on the desperate hunt for ammunition. We're looking for bloody bullets. We don't have Gauss ammo. We have 1 ton of it, and it's already being used on another mech. We don't have ultra autocannon shells. We don't have autocannon shells. We don't have any ammunition. We've got lasers and PPCs galore, but if you want to build something designed to shoot somebody with bullets, we don't got that. Alright, so a single day on Jester and Death Crusade, a couple of other people. Unfortunately, Howl, as you can see, out for 20 days after bailing out of the Shadehawk. Still a little bit angry at her about that one. And we should actually have these ready to go in a couple of days. There are quite a few mechs I want to have ready. But yeah, it's the end of the month. Probably should have gone through and sold everything before the end of the month actually happened. That would have been a little bit more comfortable or comforting. Either case, we spent 1.2 million C-bills. And, oh yeah, the Bushwhacker had some engine damage that had to get patched up. Otherwise, it would have actually been on this mission, which would have been really nice to have, but it's a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to come over here into storage, check out what we've got. We've got an Adder Prime and a Commando SP. I'm keeping the Adder Prime just because, you know, it's clan mech, interesting. 40-ton Viper, have no interest in a Viper right now. It's just not good enough. A Hellspawn, however, I do have interest in, not because it's a much better mech, after all it's an inner sphere mech, which makes it a classier mech, but because it's a cool mech and I like it. Then we are currently saving up for an Orion, which we need 1 part. Dragon, we need, of course, 4 parts. Quick Draw, we need 3. A Linebacker, we need 3. The Grand Summoner, we need 2. And, of course, the Timberwolf, we need 3. So these are the 2 things we're kind of on the lookout for. This is the closest we're going to get, but we're not really looking for it. And of course we have 3 parts, or yeah, 3 parts to Hatamoto Chi, which would be really cool to build. Alrighty, I still have a lot of time I need to kill, so let's go over to the store. I don't mean in the episode, I mean in the repair job. So we basically paid out the entirety of this repair by taking that mission. So it gives us a month to work with things. Show me the faction shop, please, because that's really all I care about. Oh, wow. What have you boys been doing? Fighting a whole ton of atlases. At least 3 atlases were killed in the making of this pile and probably more. Good work, boys and girls. That's amazing. Jaeger-mech parts, which is interesting. Not exactly ideal, but interesting. And a Black Knight parts also, if you happen to be looking for them. This one is Prototype X-Pulse, which is interesting galore. Combat Shield. Oh, I really want it. You're just super expensive. So the combat shield gives you bulwark automatically, which is a guarded 40%, which is nice. And then on top of that, another 50% minus taken. You lose a lot of jumping distance and your visibility and your signature is increased, but who cares? Because you're basically the tank anyway. I might buy that regardless. Show me ballistics. Rack 2, caseless, I don't like it. I don't like caseless ammo, not because it... Well, caseless ammo is really good. It gives you double ammunition, but it gives you a jam chance. And also apparently minus 15% damage, which to me seems really dumb. Because you already have the chance of the gun just not working. Deadfire SRM ammo and tandem ammo. Ooh, I'm gonna buy a few tons of these. You give me 5 tons of this, and then you give me 5 tons of this. Because, yeah, I may end up using it at some point. I don't know what for, but it's nice to have specialty kinds of ammunition on the table whenever you happen to need it. To see through Master, see through Slave. There's my combat shield. I could take it. It would require me to take more money missions, though. If I can sell stuff to make something good. I think I may have already gone through and sold a whole bunch of gear. Show me autocannons. So, as you can see, we quite heavily favor Gauss rifles. It happens to be a favorite of the company, actually. 7 machine guns, I'm going to sell just 1, just because 6 seems to be more than enough. Also because, at that point, you may as well take the pirate ones. Ultra AC5s, I got 2 of them because I kind of want to build something with twin Ultra AC5s, or twin rotaries, which would be really, really fun. I may end up going, if I can get a Jaeger mech, that might be a fun build. Ammunition, just making sure that I don't have any rifle ammo, which is terrible. Could sell a whole bunch of lasers. I mean, I do have a bunch of them, although I'm trying to save up on flamers and that sort of thing. Medium chem laser I'm going to get rid of. We're not interested in the rotary chems at the moment. I don't see any point to using them. The one Nova, the Pirate Nova, is terrible, in my opinion, but that may not be a popular opinion. I'm going to sell my LRM-10s. They're useless. Because I have MML-10s, and the MML-10s are way better. SRM-4s I keep sort of as a comfort food, I suppose. And we have enough heavy MRM ammunition to do something with it. We have 4 tons of it. We might have some fun times with that. Double ammo. Double, yes, I know. But still, we're good on that. Support weapons, I need to be able to flame mech at some point. I got a pair of fire fists specifically for that. So if I don't end up using it at some point, it seems like a really dumb thing. Jump jets, 15 jump jets is a little too many, so we'll go down to 10. We don't use jump jets in general, but hey, it might come in handy. Compact heat sinks, a whole bunch of fusion cores. Any doubles on fusion cores? Now, we're actually getting a little light on fusion cores. We're going to have to pay attention to that. I'm not getting rid of these. These are... Oh, but that does mean I can get rid of this. Trash that. These are worth their weight in gold. I'm never selling these. I might sell this. I don't really see the point. I'm kind of keeping it around just in case. Yeah, I definitely went through and sold things. I've only got 10 double heatsink kits. But yeah, selling an additional engine would be nice. In fact, because we sold that engine, I hereby declare I have enough to make me satisfied with buying a combat shield. There's 3 of them. I didn't even notice that. There's 3 combat shields in the store. I love you guys. You guys are great. Okay, now that I've sold a whole bunch of gear and we're still working on getting through our backlog, this should be done in a day. Hey, we've got the arcade. Now the arcade's actually going to give us even more mech tech capability, which is lovely. Let's go talk to Farrah, because Farrah, you may not get your upgrade because I decided I wanted to buy a shield. So I understand if that makes you somewhat angry, but it's a shield. Come on, you can't say no to that, right? You understand, you as an engineer yourself understand the awesomeness that is the shield. It's +1 tech points and +1 morale. How much is the advanced library? It's another +1 tech point. I think I'm actually going to lean into this just a little bit. We're going to take the ZRG pool. First of all, I love pools. Pools are awesome. I don't have one, but I love them whenever I can go visit them. And 2, because it gives me morale, which could also be nice and helpful. If I can get 2 more morale after that, which I think I can get, yeah, through the hydroponic garden, and the library also gives it. So I'll grab the library next. Hydroponic garden is really only useful for a couple of events, but I'll probably grab the library on this one in order to pick that up. That'll push me up to 30 morale, which will be great for starting out in the next thing. Also, this will give me an additional medical point, which we really kind of need. Alright, so we're building that. We're a little bit short on cash, as is our custom. We prefer to be that way. After all, we can do lots of cool things doing that. And the Wolverine is patched. Commander, one of Darius' old friends from MRB. Fresh recruit, Samuel Dannon. And let us perform a background check on Squire. You go through, let's just take a look at him. Maybe he has something cool. I don't actually get the point of this, but we'll probably check him out. Alright, hiring halt. I am a little bit short on pilots, so there is that. Hey, it's Glitch. We don't hire people from the original campaign, but hey, it's Glitch. Squire is currently packing a bookish, which is a decreased XP for tactics, but increasing guts. That's not terrible. Guts is generally not all that great, especially once you get the 5% heat reduction. After that, there's the 10%, but the heat threshold increases are all impressive. The +1 mech skill, however, is pretty good. So, you know what? I'm going to grab that. +1 mech skill. Sumo, old friend of ours. He was in another campaign. He is noble and bookish. Don't really care. Snowbird, hi. Jinxed, no thank you. Munin has noble. I'm looking for anybody who's got additional mech capabilities. We're not taking you. Apparently, I don't know if the may occasionally steal fusibles. Why the hell would I want that? And boot camp, do you have? Oh, boot camp's a command mech warrior, but I have 2 of those already. All right, so we picked up Squire just for the additional point on mech tech, which is great. And yeah, I have 5 more days on the Shadowhawk, 6 days on the Shadehawk. This puts my mech numbers up to 7, I believe. Yeah, we're up to 7 mechs on this one. So I could get another one in another 5 days, but I don't want to sort of sit on my hands that long. Do a quick check of the barracks, make sure that everybody's leveled up, and maybe we'll take a mission, and that may end up making the episode extra long, but hey, we're going to have some fun with it. Who wants to have a half-hour episode? If you actually do want a half-hour episode, make sure you comment down below so I know that there's actual interest in that. Because there was one point where I was like, I'll do a half-hour or a full mission, whichever is less. Or greater. Less? Whichever is less? Yeah. Greater? I don't know. Heat threshold I don't care about at all. But I will take the additional of the evasion. That is quite nice. That'll bring her up to a piloting 6, which is starting to push Showboat a little bit further along. Where is Squire, by the way? Didn't I just... Oh, we have that glitch. Great. Wonderful. In any event, we can go grab a contract. The glitch is you hire people and they don't show up, but who cares? Retribution. I'm taking this one for all this stuff because you may have noticed we're fighting Clan Smoke Jaguar. So I'm not going to be bringing my entire crew in order to fight Clan Smoke Jaguar. This may not have been my most brilliant suggestion ever, but we're gonna make it work. You can go, sure, the Bushwhacker. I kind of want you in the Burner Boy. Omega, looks like you're actually going to be fighting today. In fact, we're going to give Omega the Hunchback. I don't want to give it the Bushwhacker because the Bushwhacker's too precise. It's too good at what it does. Show with the Burner Boy? No. It's got to be Mockingbird and the Burner Boy. Which puts... Show with the Hunchback? Show with... See, this is a tough question for me, actually. Because he's going to be initiative 19. You know what? The Bushwhacker's going to be a little further back. I kind of want the scattergun on the Hunchback because that can do a lot of damage in hunting for crits, which is really nice. So yeah, we're going to go with only 7 mechs on a 2 skull difficulty against clans. Now this could just end up being a whole bunch of light mechs, in which case I have just invited a whole ton of pain for no apparent reason. But if we're lucky, we may run into a medium or 2, maybe a heavy, a couple of them, so that we can steal them if we get a little bit lucky. Clanners tend to cook themselves quite badly, so if I operate this properly, I might be able to get quite a lot going on for us. It's going to take some time, however, to make sure that happens. We'll have 3 more days until Coach is back, which will be nice. That'll put us back up to 8 mech warriors who are actually active. Howl is going to be much, much longer, unfortunately. She is still suffering from her injuries of being, well, exploded. And also the Nova's going to need basically a total rebuild, which is going to be so painful. I think the Shadehawk is in reasonably good shape, but we're gonna have to find out. Anyway, retribution. Within the past 3 months, Clan Smoke Jaguar has struck our facilities, personnel, and supply convoys over half a dozen times. My superiors in the state leadership would like to even the score. We'd like to hire you to find a Smoke Jaguar lance and destroy it, to demonstrate that we are not without military resources on Farnsworth. To scale 3 of 13 priority salvage 296,800 Zeebles. But yeah, the Nova itself is going to require just a massive amount of repair. It's actually going to be really painful to get done. And the Shadehawk, I'm really hoping didn't take too much damage. It might have some crits on it, but I don't think we actually lost anything aside from the cockpit when the ejection happened. Alrighty, dropping us down. Let's go hunt down the Smoke Jaguar. I hate Clan Smoke Jaguar so much. They are so parodyingly evil that it is kind of funny, actually. Like, they are such a parody of bad guys. Oh, we got a couple of buildings over here. So they're fun and easy to hate because of that. Alright, it's a 7 mechs, and, you know, enough firepower to level half a city block. Maybe the full city. Okay, you know what? Several city blocks we're going to go with. At the end of the day, if any of these reactors actually went up, I imagine they could level at least 1 city block. Well, then again, maybe not. Mechs are actually not as huge as you think they are. Harebrained Schemes actually scales up all of their mechs in the game, but if you actually look at the actual, you know, sizes, which is the sizes that actually you see mostly in RogueTech because they went around and tried to redo that. That was, as far as I know, one of the first things they did was to resize the mechs to the proper size. But yeah, the Harebrained Schemes version of them are scaled up, you know, to show detail. Sort of like a cereal box. Image has been enhanced to show detail, as they show you the giant Cocoa Puffs, just so you don't think that you're actually looking at gigantic Cocoa Puffs. But, yeah, it can be a little bit jarring, but once you start getting them down to real scale, you realize you might flatten the block, but maybe not, probably not, potentially not. Okay, so we should be able to get into range as soon as the next round starts. Oh god, we have a lacerator, which... I need 2 parts off of you, and I got a Stormcrow.
Commander.
New plan! I'm going to kill him! I have a line of sight and an artillery weapon. Oh, there's an entire lance. ATM carrier, maximum hover transport, a cicada 2, a crab. I only care about the lacerator, but you know what? This ATM carrier needs to die. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing needs to die. 15% accuracy. 33... Oh, we got Wolverine too. Oh, is that another Stormcrow? It's a Stormcrow. Okay, we don't care. We don't care at all. Got a Vapor Eagle as well, 55 tonner. Very nice. And the reason why we don't care is because we can kill either one of them as long as we kill them both. And that'll be a part. We would prefer to take the Lacerator mostly intact because it's a hero variant. But other than that, you know what? Enjoy the rain. Boom, baby! So we managed to hit 3 of these over in the back. A fairly decent hit on that clan carrier, but I'm definitely going to have to get somebody in close to annihilate this thing because ATMs are too dangerous to have on the field. I don't want to have 36 ATMs fired at me at any point. Taking a couple shots from the Vapor Eagle, but luckily for us, neither of them managed to impact on the Wolverine. We are far too evasive for them to take advantage of. But we're going to have to do something fairly drastic in the near future, otherwise things are going to get bad. I actually don't see that ATM carrier, and that's the biggest fear of mine at the moment. So you know what? I think I have to kind of ignore what's happening over there. We're gonna see if we can't get a sort of a rumble down here in this bowl. If I can get that working, I can get a lot of work done. You have an Ultra AC5 AMS. Oh, twin Ultra AC5s. That's gonna be rough. I'm gonna also lay down a sensor lock on the Lacerator just so I can have a little bit better accuracy on this one. Give me a shot, please. 40%. That's not bad. Oh, we did get a good hit, but the AMS just outpouring is far too powerful. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be rather difficult to get the heavy MRMs on. Well, no, heavy MRMs are not as badly affected, so it may not be as bad as I think. But yeah, this is a lot more than I figured was coming in. Luckily for us, our multiple AMS, the Bushwhacker has its own personal AMS, and then, of course, the Griffin's advanced AMS providing a shield to everybody. Mockingbird in the Burner Boy. I can get a back shot, but that's not what I want. What I do want is we're going to sprint. Ooh, I'm going to jump. The reason I'm going to jump is to make sure I'm over the edge of this thing so that hopefully I can hit the ATM carrier in the next round. We are forward. We are aggressive. 33, 46. Oh, good shot. Actually, that thing is incredibly vulnerable. We get one more headshot on that thing and it's going to explode and that'll be beautiful. If this is a clan crab, which I have no reason to believe it's not, then we are looking at a pair of large pulse lasers, which is painful. Oh, I don't want to send the Gladiator over into that fight. I really don't want to send the Gladiator into that fight. We got to get into forest, though, because the clans are about to bring a lot of damage my way. I don't have many options, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run for cover.
Let's go.
We're going to see if we can't just dive into protection before all hell breaks loose. We are outnumbered and we are outtunned, I believe, especially with some of these weapon systems. It's going to be kind of rough to deal with. Can I get a line of sight on one of you without getting a line of sight on all of you? The answer to that question, of course, is no. Zephyr SRM2, not worried about it at all. I have no fear of a Zephyr SRM Mark II. I do have fear of several clan mechs, though, so that could be a little bit ugly. You know what? You're going to run for cover.
Full speed.
Keep
no
moving,
target.
provide protection for everybody. That'll be the plan. Of course, these two are a little bit hung out on their own, but hopefully they won't need to be too well protected yet. Oh, this ATM carrier has me so worried. You have no idea. It's got an arc beacon launcher for the additional accuracy, plus the tag, plus the AMS. It's a standard AMS, so missiles ain't getting through. And then you've got 36 ATMs. ATMs just do a tremendous amount of damage. In tabletop, there's 3 types of ATM ammunition for short, medium, and long range. At short range, they deal just absurd amounts of damage. At long range, they deal LRM strength of damage. But if you get them short, pain comes to you
What can I do for you?
in all shapes and sizes, and it's just not pleasant. You don't want to deal with it. We will shift on up here just to get a look, see how good he's protected. He's protected a lot. I'm going to shoot him anyway. Just to see what's... Oh, there's no actual AMS over here, just over at the first group. That is actually good to know, because that'll allow us to take advantage of a couple of positions, hopefully in the near future. I could shoot the cicada. I don't really want to. I kind of don't want to be that badly... Ooh, that's a shot. It's a bad shot, though, because it's going to have to shoot through one of my friends, I think. 35%, take it.
Feel the love.
No, that was not it, my friend. Oh well, let's see what we can get done. Well, it is actually to the enemy's turn. They get to move first, so now we get to enjoy whatever pain that this ATM carrier is going to send out to me. Not really worried about the Maxim, if I'm completely honest. Here come the large pulse lasers. Oh god. Oh, stop marching that damage all over my hull. I don't want to take it. Yeah, large pulse lasers, not something you want to play too many games with because they blink and they're painful and... Yeah, the damage they deal is tremendous. Zephyr zooming on forward, and the clan ATM, no, it's the Maxim Hover Transport, gonna come over, fire a couple of LRMs over towards the burner boy. Obvious target is obvious, which is why I put it there. It's out of line of sight, but protected by some ECM, but not enough to discourage them too badly. Please come my way, little ATM carrier, please. I have candy. Oh, you like candy, don't you? I'm willing to give you all the candy you want. As you can see, 12 damage. That's normal ATMs. You don't want to take that. And more. Oh, he spread the damage. He was a kind giver, offering to all. Alright, now that that's taken care of, can I please get Mockingbird up on a single shot in order to absolutely annihilate this sucker? Speaking of annihilating suckers, let's... Y'all grouped up. You shouldn't have done that. Fire.
Locking on target.
And a good shot right in the middle of the group. So everybody's felt the pain from that one, which is lovely. We're going to now come into the middle of this mixing bowl here to hopefully reduce the amount of damage that we're going to take onto the enemy turn at phase 22. As long as it's not the ATM carrier, I'm reasonably content. As long as I can sneak my printer boy around here and barbecue this thing. Oh, it's the Stormcrow. Duck. Oh, no, never mind. Stormcrow's not all that dangerous. So, yeah, he's got a couple of ATMs, I assume. Nothing too serious. 12 of 12. Yeah, for sure. Death Crusade, not in a position to actually engage that, but the Wolverine can come on forward. I think we're going to walk. That might be a good plan. He's taking quite a few shots on his left arm, which is actually not all that important to us. Good shot, bad shot, important shot. I'm so hoping that we would blow his head off. Just randomly. We did already get the really lucky random headshot, so trying to hunt for headshots, probably not going to work out so great. But a man can dream. A boy has the right to dream. I wonder if people will get that reference either. I need to stop making references. It's making me seem old. Anyway, on to phase 20, getting shot at by all the cicada pulses. Luckily for us, none of them actually seem to be pulse lasers, so that actually keeps us alive fairly nicely. Mockingbird, it's time for you to shine. Surprise. I have prepared explosive rounds. And... gone. Okay, good job. I have a whole bunch of ATMs currently on the field right now. So there's 3 ATM 12s. That's good salvage right there. I mean, we're not going to take it, but that's good salvage right there. Because I'm planning on getting my hands on a brand new Stormcrow. Alright, bring me in range. Not you, not you, not you, but you. Hi, my friend, the Lacerator with your ultra autocannons. Granted, the crab is quite dangerous as well, but I want the Lacerator. And more damage. Unfortunately, not made unsteady just yet, but that's fine. We'll work on it. If I keep in the mixing bowl, the only thing they can attack me with is long-range missiles until they get a line of sight. And if they post up here, they'll have accuracy bonuses. But at that point, I'm going to melee range them, and that'll be fun. We will take out the maximum hover transport in the next move, I believe. And here comes the Lacerator deciding to go for a kick. And it missed. Partially because it's a clan mech, and clan mechs don't do that very well. Why would you do that, Lacerator? Are you just too cooking? I'm not going to complain. You've used a lot of your defenses in this round, so buddy. Let's see how well you handle this. Don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. Thank you, Showboat. Thank you so much from the very bottom of my black little heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're grabbing 3 Lacerator parts, which will make it a cheap fix. Because the Lacerator is a fairly decent mech, and if I can build... Ow! The crab is next! The crab must die next! But, yeah, so headshot the Lacerator. I love it. I love this mech, and, you know, of course, it's small pulse laser, but we'll deal with him in the near future. We'll burn out the maximum transport with you. We will probably ignore the Cicada, not because the Cicada is not a good mech. The clan Cicadas actually can be pretty powerful when used correctly. You just throw a whole bunch of pulse lasers and crap on something. It's pretty powerful, as we've seen from this crab. But the crab is a little bit more dangerous because it has some more penetration. Vapor Eagle, Storm Crow. Oh, 2 Vapor Eagles. Interesting. And the anti-missile defense system protecting us all. Thank you, Iron Dome. I need to get another one. I need to mount my... I could mount the pirate one to the Lacerator just to see what happens. I'm not going to build it like Mama Bird. I seem to have a habit of picking up Stormcrows, so yeah. The Vapor Eagle coming on forward, not able to get a line of sight because it is a ballistic close range one, because I had cleverly and cunningly hid the Warhammer, and now the Warhammer is about to come into contact with battle. Good morning, my friend. I'm switching over to a Silver Bullet Gauss cluster mode. We'll activate the Warlord because you are about to take as much as I can throw at you. Unfortunately, that ER laser almost never hits. That's why I did that. This crab is going to fall over the next time I shoot at it, which I don't think I get to shoot it. Oh, never mind, the Bushwhacker's there. The Bushwhacker's probably not going to get a line of sight just because it's not being piloted by a pilot who has anything all that good. Oh, never mind, I take that back. He has a perfect line of sight. 50% coin flip, or do I run for a better angle? I could run for the better angle. See if I can't close the range a bit. Come on, pulse laser? No.
Have some of this.
Yeah, I should have... Well, missing by 27% it wouldn't have mattered. So that'll be fine. We'll be able to get the Bushwhacker into cover in the next round. Zephyr coming up forward. He'll probably shoot his SRM2 at me. I'm not all that worried just yet. Maybe I should be, but I don't think I have to. Who's on 10? Oh yeah, the Maxim. The Maxim can do whatever he wants. In fact, if the Maxim moves right here and accidentally shoots the crab in the back, that'll actually knock the crab over, and that would be just lovely. Lovely and aces. I agree with your strategy that I have invented for... Oh, he's doing it! Come on, do it. No, he fired towards the Burna Boy, which makes the most sense. It's the mech that's going to hurt you the worst. Because it's going to kill you in this next round. I hope you realize. Inspired! 22. He's 19. Did I beat him? Paradox is going to beat him in the Gladiator. Hi, buddy. You're going over. Vapor Eagle coming out forward. Because he's 19. I'm 19. He's going to move first. And anti-missile defense systems getting involved, protecting us from all the big nasties. And 9 of 9 is beautiful. 21, apparently another mech off over here, could be the Vapor Eagle or the Stormcrow. The Vapor Eagles seem to be quite fast. They are 55-ton mechs. We actually have one in our other campaign, and they're really cool mechs. I like them a lot, but yeah, I'd rather not have another one, if I'm completely honest. Ooh, Wolverine 2. Ow, that hurt bad.
Hey, I'm getting my ass kicked here.
Yeah, we're going to have to turn to deal with that in the very near future, but for now, you know what, buddy? I'm putting you on your back. Oh, we just smoked him with everything we had. Onto your back, please, little crab. I'm going to take care of you real nice. So the crab's on his back. And that's a really good position because it's minus 11 initiative. That means he's going to be underneath everybody that I can throw at him. Yeah, you're going to just come around over here. It's going to be nice, easy. We'll have an easy, good time. And ba-boil. Bye-bye. I love this thing. The ability to take care of, you know, vehicles and buildings is just, it's so helpful. Right, so the Griffin needs to now deal with a brand new reality with which we find ourselves in which case he will now turn. Could shoot, but I'm not going to. Just not going to do it. Hi, a gift from me to you. Close enough. Oh, actually, no, that was a dead-on hit. Good job. So he's not having a good day with any luck at all. The Wolverine can move fully into cover, I feel, and I'll probably get kicked, but that's okay. Do I go for the legs? Your legs are actually very vulnerable. I think I go for legs. Left leg destroyed, hip, foot, and all times to jump jets. We'll go for his other leg, see if he can completely wipe it out this round. On to 17. Who's my next? My next is going to be 15 on Showboat. Showboat is not good at single target. That might prove to be a bit of a problem. But we're going to see if we can actually pull off on that one. Because, again, I would like to rip off his other leg. Yeah, but Showboat will kill this thing. Showboat will annihilate it. But Jester's out. Jester would also annihilate it. Let's be honest with ourselves. 52% chance in order to go after something that needs about 50 damage on it. Don't fire the Gauss rifle. And hope you get lucky.
I copy.
There's an arm, a shoulder, and both legs destroyed. Right leg. Okay, so we only lost an arm, which lost a large pulse laser, to be fair, which was one of the things we were trying to save. But his gear's intact, which is lovely.
Good to go.
Showboat, my friend, my darling, my pal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Have you ever... I love this. It's just like drill, drill, drill. I'm gonna get to the creamy center eventually. And here comes the Omega. Omega, of course, not one of our normal pilots. I don't think I'm going to make that shot. I don't want to risk it. I'd love to, but it's too dangerous an angle. What I am going to do, though, is try and switch to see if I can get a shot on the Vapor Eagle. If I do that, I'm going to open myself up to retaliation. And also, we're going to be in the way for other people. So we'll just move into the mixing bowl. Keep the Bushwhacker aggressive and forward, also providing more ECM coverage for everybody, which is an important role to take. Finn... Yeah, remember that thing that you managed to do, which was really, really cool? You're going to sensor lock him again. Oh, he's got an Ultra AC-10. That's really cool. I like it. I love it. You have shoot and scoot. You absolutely do. That's a really good shot, but no. Also no. Hi, 50% coin flip. Ba-boom! There goes his arm.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
You did. What'd you do to him? Oh, you took out all those machine guns. I feel so sorry for him now. He lost the little funny party makers. Alright, so we're gonna... Ooh, actually, I gotta keep the Griffin just a little bit better protected because the Griffin is... Well, it's missing its back armor plate, and that torso happens to hold a whole bunch of arrow for artillery ammo, which I would rather not see destroyed. So I will move up here. 18 is the next move I've got to wait for. Mockingbird, however, is going to be able to move in time to basically go for the barbecue. Are you open? Oh, you are so open, my friend. Let me see if I can't give you a gift.
I'm there.
Allow me to warm you in this troubled time. Go for crits, go for crits, go for crits. Plus 82 heat is nice, but you didn't crit him, which was kind of the goal. That's unfortunate. He's going to be able to move on 18. Actually, I'm going to beat him with Showboat, which would be lovely, because Showboat's really good at drilling. And the anti-missile defense system says, I don't care about your crap. I will take care of it all day, air day.
What's up, Commander?
Death Crusade. Could come after him. I've got an 18. I've got another 19. Yeah, you're in the wings, so I will not do that. What I shall do, however, is try and line you up for a beautiful little shot. I had it right... Not there. Not there either, but right there. And the angle is good, baby.
Consider it done.
Hi. It's not a good shot, I'll be honest, but take it. Hey, we got a good hit on it, too. So he took another 60 damage, probably on through that arm. Wasn't actual damage, but I'm going to operate with that one. What are you? Oh, yeah, you're a Wolverine. So 2 Vapor Eagles, a Wolverine, and a Stormcrow, backed up, of course, by a Zephyr. So we got a Nova. Not a great Nova, but a Nova. And more incoming missiles on the Warhammer. And the Warhammer does not care for your crap. It just doesn't matter. Why? We brought the AMS. A lot of AMS.
I hear ya.
Yeah, Showboat. It's time to drill, baby, drill. And... yeah, that worked.
Gotcha.
Alright, so reinforcements eliminated. And now we hold the mixing bowl. Now, what sort of advantage does it give us? We'll be able to take this bridge and shoot down on the enemy, which has turned into their little mixing bowl. Now, they are trying to fight us up here, but they are not having good luck with artillery. They did not plan for our artillery, and thus it is having a wonderful effect. The Vapor Eagle is taking cover, you coward. The Gladiator. Let's see if the Gladiator can peek his head over. Oh, he can. Without a care in the world, you say. Okay, he is going to get shot at, but still, I'm going to be in cover. What do I care? Well, I do care, but... Okay, Stormcrow, really good accuracy. Wolverine, really good accuracy. The Vapor Eagle hiding down here, really good accuracy. Probably a whole bunch of machine guns on that arm. I don't have to worry about it just yet. I will, however, shoot this Stormcrow, but maybe not. Yeah, shoot it. Good hit with twin PPCs plus the MMLs, and now he sensors some Paratite 2s. So yeah, we're taking care of that. Ooh, the Wolverine has a dual ultra, not a dual, an ultra autocannon 10. So twin shots. Jester. Yeah, bring the Warhammer on up. Let's go say hi. I've got Omega to back this up, so we might actually be able to knock over Stormcrow. Stormcrow accuracy, quite bad. However, accuracy on you, quite good. And in fact, it's a back shot, and you're incredibly vulnerable. And I have a 91% chance to cluster, and a 77% chance to penetrate. A lot of damage, didn't kill it. So unfortunately, that did not work out quite as I had planned. So, sorry, Mockingbird. You may be tasked with killing that again. But yeah, this Wolverine's probably the most dangerous thing for pure damage at the moment. Actually, no, I had to take that back, because also the Vapor Eagle still has his Ultra Autocannon 10 as well. He just is missing his Machine Gun Fist. How important that is to you, I don't really know. A whole bunch of shots coming on through, managing to miss the Warhammer. Lovely, because we have the Electronic Countermeasure and the High Ground. And you cannot take it from me.
Standing by.
Right, so let's see if I can't get another Gauss Rifle up on target. That'll do. That's in cover as well. Lovely. Alright, so you're kind of designed for this sort of deal with shooting people on the move, because you have a whole bunch of pulse lasers. And managed to hit. Okay, I think that may have hit the turret, though, unfortunately, which probably is not going to be repeated anytime soon. Death Crusade. Right, to bring the Wolverine around, we intend to annihilate it. I don't know if that'll be really good accuracy or not, but we're going to find out. Not going to move too quickly. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to be great. However, I can lay down a sensor lock on the Stormcrow. Hi, Stormcrow. We're just going to mess with you even more. So, double tap. Did we miss both Ultra Autocannon shells? It looks like it. That's very unfortunate. Paradox. Yeah, your Gladiator is actually in a really good position to just mess with people. You were showing really high chances to hit right here. Wolverine's dangerous, but you know what? I think I'm going to go and continue to burn into you. Not sure why I'm so wanting to eliminate you from the equation, but oh, ammunition explosion. There goes Surface Torso. He's not. I don't have a shoot and scoot pilot in the Gladiator. You're going to get shot at a lot. His machine guns, all of them. Managed to nail us with that one. That hurt. Yeah, the Gladiator's about to take a lot of damage. But he's interesting. Very interesting. Right, so I will, can I pressure? Can I just pressure that? I can't. I can't pressure that. I know who I'm going to send to try and work with that, though. Just come on forward. Hi, I've got a whole bunch of cooking to do. I am going to turn off some medium lasers just to keep that under control. But hi, my friend. I got another gift from me. Onto you. Left leg destroyed. Engine criticals all over the place. I'm surprised it's not dead yet, considering how much engine crits that is. And a knockdown, of course, in order to really put it in its place. Stormcrow's probably not going to be reacting this round. I probably will kill it. Now, I am still worried about another pair of Ultra Autocannon 10s that are going to shoot at a Gladiator. Didn't move, because I am a nincompoop sometimes. But hopefully, it won't be too accurate. We're going to have to see. If the Vapor Eagle reveals himself to do that, never mind. Breaching shot on the Warhammer was not able to connect. And so that's going to be absolutely lovely. Bring up
What's up, boss?
Jester in the Warhammer or Omega in the Bushwhacker. I think Omega in the Bushwhacker will have a slightly easier time shooting a target that cannot move just because of the way that he operates on things. Go for that center torso. Let's just make sure this thing dies. Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it. And that'll do. Alright. Apparently a hit pilot injured, but we blew out the engine on that one. Stormcrow has been eliminated. We're going to hide the Bushwhacker just in a little bit of cover to prevent it from being shot at too badly. And speaking of being shot at too badly, hi. You really messed with one of my mechs. I'm not happy about it. So, not you, but you. And I'm not on the side that's going to cause quite as much damage, but you may not enjoy this. In fact, I'm going to cluster.
Target acquired.
That's why. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Did you break the gun? You didn't. Lovely. You know what? You're going to move slightly to the side, creating very little evasion for that one. But you know what? You're a Warhammer. You can tank it.
Commander.
And that'll mean Finn can then come in. All part of the plan. Not you, but you.
Roger that.
Hi. Oh, getting knocked over, ain't ya, buddy?
Scored a critical hit.
Yep, on your back, please. So the Vapor Eagle is now on his back and quite vulnerable to the follow-up of what will happen to him in the next round. You're still dangerous, but you didn't do anything. Feeling good. All right, you need to run. You need to fly because you need to torch this guy. Yeah, just shoot him in the... I don't care. Blow his head off. Oh, that was really accurate, actually. Plus 52 heat. That ought to keep you shut down. I hope. Cross your fingers. I'm going to torch him again, see if we just can't keep things under control. So, on to you. Yes, it's probably the little Zephyr medium tank. I don't anticipate too much danger coming from him, because at the end of the day, he's a Zephyr, and, well, we're battle mechs. We're a lot of battle mechs. We're 7 battle mechs, to be precise, and the Zephyr seems to be moving over to try and support the Vapor Eagle, which is adorable. I highly, like, I give you props for protecting your landsmate, but... Or your Nova mate, I suppose it would be. But it's not going to save you. Alright, bring me Finn.
Yes, Commander.
Right. So... Finn... Why don't you just blow his torso off? Oh yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful and taken care of. Now we will shift away nice and safely. Back in the cover, because I don't want to reveal the Griffin too much. The Griffin is, well, a little bit badly damaged would be the right way to view it. And not quite damaged in a way that I want to have to fix in the upcoming battle. We will shift the Gladiator over to the side, and we will take aim at you. I think I just want to blow off the side torso just to make sure. So I'm going to aim for that side torso, and you know what? I'm going to Warlord just to make sure that things are operating smoothly. And just damage all over this mech. Engine crits, initiative bad, endo steel destroyed. I don't really care if the endo steel dies. Hi, Birda Boy. You have a target? It's beautiful.
Gotcha.
Let's burn. And plus 52 heat critical. And I'm just gonna keep you under control until the end of time. I hope you know that you can look forward to that. Shift down over here, nice and carefully. Now the Zephyr's probably gonna chase us, and that will be accurate. And you couldn't turn on? Could you? Were you actually able to turn back on? No, there's no way.
How's it going?
Omega. Bring Omega over on here. Have him take care of that poor defenseless soul sitting on the ground. Go for his other torso.
Target acquired.
Never mind. Just do what you want. Kill it. Sure, why not? I don't care. So Pilot is actually not killed on that one, so we will be able to get him out of that. I wonder, it would be nice if you could ransom Pilot or something. More Ultra Autocannon 10 fire, however, his accuracy is just terrible, so he ain't hitting the broadside of a barn, which is lovely. Death Crusade in your own Wolverine. So Duel of the Wolverines, however, I am kind of running out of ammunition. Could be a little bit of a problem. You can come around.
Double time.
Nice and aggressive. Could shoot you. Could shoot you. I think I'm going to shoot you instead. I've got 2 rounds left of shooting, because you don't not shoot that gun at full power. What sort of madman would you have to be to not fire an ultra autocannon at maximum ultra autocannon? Such things are simply not done here. Yeah, just flush fire to see if we can't kill him. I see lots of penetrating, and there it goes. Lovely. So we've got Mr. Wolverine Mark II, which would be pretty interesting to steal. And then we have the shutdown Vapor Eagle, which I'd like to do a lot more damage to. But let's bring the Warhammer around. I think it's time we got into a little bit of a tussle with this man. Oh, we actually need to come around over here. I can't see him from there, but I can see him from here, which would be lovely. Hi, my friend, my buddy, my darling, my pal. Am I going to max blast you? You better bloody believe it. Not you, but you.
Target locked.
Good hit with... Oh, that just looked brutal. It's like a giant fist just comes out of nowhere and smashes him in the nose. It's gorgeous. Right, I'm going to try and see if I can't torch you from behind, just because maybe that'll do what I'm trying to get you to do, which is eject from your mech and save me all of your equipment. Shoot us back. Bail, bail, bail. Never mind, you just annihilated him. I didn't realize that Vapor Eagles were so short on health. Alright, we're going to come in over here. The Gladiator actually does not do super long-range duels all that well, but you know what? I can't argue with an 80-something% chance accuracy. Is that going to knock you over? Oh, it is. Mr. Wolverine's on his ground. Right, so now we have a very, very lonely and vulnerable target. Speaking of very lonely and vulnerable targets, let's shift right up in here. We're going to be super aggressive because it's the last target left. Activate the sensor lock system. And, yeah, buddy, we can see you now. Alright, you're going to aim right for his head.
Firing on target.
Boom. Apparently we missed with that one, but it was still close enough in order to actually work. We are going to have to make sure that we give him a little bit of space. That way we don't, you know, kill ourselves as we sort of try and charge on in. But yeah, buddy, I've got the high ground. I've got the short range, and I did hit your head. Lovely. Blow it off. Oh, there goes his left torso and his left arm, which took out, I don't think anything, actually. The pilot's having a bit of a bad day. Jester can bring the Warhammer in. I am going to probably... Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna shut off his gun. We'll come in with the Bushwhacker for a little bit of long-range fire support. Aim for the head. Could aim for the side torso. Aim for the head. Gotta give it a chance. Gotta give him a chance to bail. And he failed, thank you. Alright, that'll be most of that mech. So the Clan Smoke Jaguar has been told to get the heck out of my territory, because I'm guarding this sector here. I don't know why we're guarding this particular sector. Well, we're fighting on the border, which is always fun. So, but yeah, nice work done there. We managed to steal quite a few mechs. Oh, this is going to be lovely. I need to pick up all of the Lacerator. So finish with that. Thank you. A little bit of damage on the Griffin. That single shot in the back could have been disastrous. Luckily for us, it ended up not being. And the Wolverine apparently took a headshot? Huh, I didn't notice that. There's no injuries on the pilot. So interesting how Death Crusade took a headshot. I didn't think he has an armored cowl. No, he's just got basics. Does the enhanced imaging cockpit give him a bonus? I don't really know, and it doesn't really matter because 1, 2, 3, just to make sure. Could that would be nice to get a Vapor Eagle. Vapor Eagle Revival, which carries 3 heavy machine guns in the left arm, which looks like rotary cannons. A whole bunch of clan AMSs. Oh, the ATMs. So many ATMs. ERPPCs, large pulse lasers. There's just all this good, juicy clan equipment. I need it all. I can't have it all, unfortunately. There is an XL clan, which I'm going to swap one of these out for an XL clan, because I think I only need the 2, and if I don't, I'm going to be so furious with myself that it won't even be funny. But, not gonna pick up the clan double heatsink kit, I think. I'm not gonna risk that much. No, you can't make me. I'm not looking. Okay, we got the 2 parts. We got a revival part, the Wolverine 2 part, which is nice. Large pulse laser, like Tagnark launcher. SRM 6. Oh, what a waste. Alright, we didn't get the heatsink kit, which, to be fair, that really sucks. But I do have some inner sphere double heatsink kits, which I'll have an easier time actually finding parts for. Also, it's cheaper. So as long as I'm not too slot limited, I might actually be able to make this work. But we're going to actually have to see where that ends up going. Fingers crossed, and maybe it'll work, but I don't quite know. We'll find out, though. But please tell me that was enough to build the mech. If I only had 2 parts, I thought I had 3. I was so sure I had 3. That if I only had the 2, I'm just gonna be beside myself with anger and irritation and self-doubt and so many other things. Because it could have been a Stormcrow. Although the Stormcrow tends to be my first clan mech. I've noticed, like, in so many campaigns, the Stormcrow ends up being my first clan, well, clan medium, I suppose, but yeah. Because the first clan mech that we managed to build, aside from the ones that we started with over in Apollo's Vipers, was a Stormcrow. The first clan mech I ever got playing back in Season 2 with Starburst Sardaukar was a Stormcrow that we eventually named the Aramsham after the Sardaukar general or lieutenant who ended up betraying the Sardaukar, because we thought it was hilarious. 35,000 for 6 days is not terrible for what we ended up spending to get that one. I'm not going to leave people in suspense. We are going to look for it immediately because, oh, please tell me that I was right and I only needed the 2. The Clan XL engine was nice, but I now have 3 of them. What? But I have the parts. Don't I? I don't. I only have the 1? Wait, really? So, 1 part for that. Where's the other one? Huh. I could have sworn I had 3. Yeah, there it is. Oh, no, that's Nekokage. Right, it's a Shadow Cat. Oh. That's not a big deal then. Well, we're a lot closer to being able to get a Lacerator, which would be quite nice. I mean, it's not anything special, but yeah, that works out. That's okay. So we have 3 parts to one of these. One is a Warhound, which would be pretty interesting. Oh, it's a Risk. It's a Risk one. Yeah, we're building that one. So I need just a couple more parts from a Stormcrow in order to actually construct a Risk Warhound, which would be pretty interesting. Although probably very expensive. We're going to have to look into that, just how expensive that's going to be. So did not manage to pick up a mech on that one, but that's perfectly alright. I kind of want something a little bit more exotic as my first clan mech, if at all possible. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I have been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to receive a notification every time I post one of these videos. Press that little bell icon, leave a comment. Make sure you join us for the stream both today and on Wednesday at 5 o'clock as we play through Apollo's Vipers, a clan start campaign with which we have been kicking butt and taking names, and recently got our hands on a brand new Mauler. The Mauler originally was the Daboku before it got redesigned and, made good. And I will see you all in the next episode.